the apartment. Someone left it. Is it going?
Welcome one, welcome all to the Multicultural Misfits podcast. This is your host, Audio AB. To the left of me, I have my amazing co-host and producer, executive producer.
I'm live producing this shit right now.
Live producing this shit. And then right next to us, we have Omar, our other amazing co-host.
Your boy Omar. No talents. No talents.
Dallas, he's just hanging out.
Just here for the friendship.
And all right, so one of the last episodes, we mentioned those the cramp simulator fucking thing, right? The thing that's supposed to like zap you or whatever, if to simulate what a cramp would feel like if you were a woman or whatever. So it turns out, I was speaking to my girlfriend. She works at a chiropractor's office, and they have one of these things. So for fun today,
He fucking brought it here.
I brought it in, and we're gonna try it out. Okay. And I think because Omar was late, he should
No.
go first.
Whoa, I haven't tried this out yet. I'm sure you've already tested this out once, have you?
I did.
So you know what's going on. You're not going to kill me.
Yeah, I'm not gonna kill you.
What does it really feel like? Tell me the truth.
That's a lot of trust in
It
somebody.
kind of just feels like you have to take a shit.
Oh, but what if I actually have to take a shit right now and I've been holding it
Just
in
poop yourself.
for this one moment?
I'm not ready for this.
All right, I'm gonna help you set it up. Give me a second.
I'm not ready for this at all.
Oh, I'm about to say, you do it on your phone. That's even scarier.
Give me a second. Let me help you set it up. I'm gonna put the mic down real quick.
Oh, hell no.
All right, all right.
Oh, hell no.
Let's talk about your preparation.
Put one
for
on
this.
me. Do you have to put both?
Is it like a right side, left side thing? Yeah.
So
Hey, but you
I'm gonna have
do
to-
not go hard
I'm
with
gonna
this
have to
thing.
talk- I'm gonna have to talk into your mic. Okay. So right now I'm getting the little things, the little sticky things
Bro, this shit looks
that
scary.
have the little electrocution thing on there, and we're gonna put them on Omar, and Omar's gonna go first.
This looks like a contraption.
I'm quite nervous about this. I won't lie to you.
I don't blame you.
Usually I'm okay with pain stuff, but like the shocking shit scares me a little.
It
I don't like
sticks?
the feeling.
Oh.
Dropping shit everywhere.
I love
All right.
I know the audio file.
Now drop your trowels, Omar.
trousers.
All right, so you have to just put
One
them,
ball and
you
one
have to
on the
put them,
other.
like in your pelvis kind of area. So just
Wait, we're gonna simulate the pregnancy? I thought we were
Not
just gonna
pregnancy, it's just cramps.
slap it on my arm.
No, it's just cramps. That's what it has. It has to be exactly like because the ladies have the cramps right here.
So it has to
Let's
be lined
see
up.
exactly what it feels like.
I don't want to feel their pain.
I don't. But I'll do it.
We're gonna go for it. We're all gonna do it.
But I'll fucking
I
do
feel
it.
like our output on women is going to change.
Only because I made them wait like 20 minutes.
I'm going to respect women more
Oh,
after this.
fuck me, dude. Baby, do not go overboard for the love of God. Do not go overboard, please. I'm a little wet, bro. Is that going to kill me? Is this gonna
you're good.
hold on, let me control
How
it.
wet are you?
Hold on, take it easy. I'm a little sweaty. I don't have an AC. I don't have an AC in my car. It's hell. I'm so scared, bro.
Let me see. All right,
I am so scared right now.
we're in the process of trying to
Fuck
shock
me.
Omar. Okay, let's see.
Take it easy. Take it easy. Take it slow. Take it slow. So it's like a constant electrocution.
Yeah.
Take it slow. Take it slow. Amy, stop. Amy, stop.
Wait, there was nothing on there.
Yes, the fuck there was, bro.
Oh, I thought this was the other one. My bad. Wait, you're on this one. My bad. No. I thought you were on this one.
No, bro.
I was trying to figure out which one you were in.
That boy said there's nothing on.
I was like, is he on this one? Or
It's
this
not.
one?
It's not that bad. It's not that bad. But when you're not in control, it's scary.
Nah, I got you. I got you. I'm gonna do it slow because I really didn't know if you were.
How far was it? How far was it on?
I was just fucking zooming it around. I didn't know if you felt it.
I'll tell you what.
I know you're on this one.
It low key wasn't that bad.
Okay, come on, try it again. I'm gonna do it slow.
I'm going to do it slow.
Oh my
All right,
god.
pretend you're a lady and it's your time of the month, Omar.
AB, bro, please, I will never speak to you again. Take it easy. Don't go too hard.
right.
Okay. Let's take it slow.
Is it even on? Yeah, it's on. Okay, that's one.
Okay.
Well, that's an easy day of the week.
I don't even feel it.
That's a normal Monday.
That's two.
No. This can't be right, dude. You're not doing it right. I don't feel anything.
Two.
I don't feel anything at all.
Maybe your pelvis is strong.
Okay.
That's three.
Wait. Wait. I
three.
feel it. I
It's
feel
three.
it. No, I don't like this.
You want to go to four?
No, I don't.
You want to go to four?
I don't want to go to
Come on, you go to four.
I don't want to go to four.
I didn't put it up.
No, I can't do this, bro. I'm a bitch. How far did you get?
She put it on like 6 for me.
Oh, my God.
Bro, this shit feels... Put it on Geo. I swear to God, Gio, it's not that bad, but it feels...
Here, put these little
It
things
feels
on
weird.
on your tummy.
On my tummy?
Yeah. Or like right above your tummy. Pretend like where your lady vagina parts would be. I don't know. Whatever they call them.
I have a high vagina.
boy got a tall vagina.
Should it be like neighbors with my belly button?
Yeah.
Okay.
Neighbors.
Yeah,
with
you're
your
doing it
belly
right.
button
You're doing it
will be
right.
good. Yeah. So right now for
Omar's reaction didn't.
No, I was just being a bitch. You know what it was? It was the first initial shot. Because I'm pretty sure that was like 5. Which honestly
know
wasn't
what
terrible. I just wasn't.
Give me a 1.
I wasn't ready for it.
Let me give you 1. Okay.
You don't even feel it till 3.
Gio's on 1, so he's not getting shocked too much right now.
Yeah, wait till
Gio
3.
said this
3 is like very
Periods
steady.
ain't shit. All right, let's see. You're on 2.
Yeah, I don't feel shit. Ooh.
There
You're
he
on
goes.
3.
All right.
He's got tingles.
You're on 4. Can you make it a 5?
Do to
You're on
yourself.
5.
He gonna do to himself.
You know what I'm about to say? This feels actually weirdly fine.
Wow.
Really? You're on.
It feels
You're on.
like satisfying.
You're
What
on,
a
Stimulating.
You're on level 5 right now.
que hombre. What a fucking man.
It feels good.
You want to go a little bit more?
Ooh, you can go higher.
Are you crazy?
Okay, that's fine.
Are you fucking crazy?
I turned it off.
Jesus Christ.
So you got to 5?
Yeah, he got to 5. All right, I'm gonna put this shit on.
Oh my god.
I might give it another swing after. I might give it another swing.
It's gonna be the whole episode.
It's-
I think we might not be putting it in the right place because like.
Yeah, I feel like if it's lower, yeah. Because higher up, it felt like satisfying.
Lower to like my pube area to where like.
Oh, I don't wanna
vagina
be-
would really be like.
See, that's
I'm
scary.
married, so I don't want to get a bunch of hair.
Yeah, but
Yeah, God, trading pubes on here. For the audience, this feels like, you remember back in the day when you would pull a stick of gum, like those joke things you get from
Yeah.
Spencer's? That's what it feels like. It feels like tingly, but like
Okay,
on your stomach.
so now I'm going to shock myself. I don't know why, but I'm gonna shock myself.
You want me to do it for you?
Yeah, please.
I got you.
Wait. Okay, so let me explain to you how this
Take-
works
Explain
before
to
you go
me.
crazy.
Take him up to 10.
Twisting it to the left. Twisting it to the left turns it on,
Okay.
and the further you go
Is
clockwise, the higher it goes. But
so I
go
only need
slow.
to do that one side?
Yeah, only this one side, this left side.
Okay. I
Okay.
got you. Put your faith in me.
Okay. Go.
Oh my God.
Put on 1.
It's on one, I believe.
Yeah, you don't feel that shit at all on
Go
one.
to 2. Okay. 3. Okay.
It's hard to tell what is
You
actually.
can go up.
I don't know how you can tell which one is on.
How you feeling?
I'm okay. Go up a little more. What's it on?
I feel like it's on. Is there like a line to tell where it is?
Oh, he's wincing.
Ah, go up a little bit more.
Oh!
A little bit more. Stop. Oh, God. What was the last one? Was that fucking like 7 or 8?
You were like,
that fucking hurt,
you were
bro.
high. You were like, I think you were at like 6 and maybe like halfway to 7.
Jesus, I'm sweating now.
I can't do
Legitimately,
it,
with
bro.
my
That's
hands
too
all
real.
Wet. Oh my God.
I do not like that feeling.
Oh my God.
That's a terrible feeling.
I'm sorry, women. Do I have to go through this?
Is this what ladies have to go through?
I guess so.
Is this the
Jesus
pain that,
Christ.
with each period? Is this what they have to do?
That
Well-
would suck dig.
I bet it's worse, to be honest.
No,
Because
yeah, that
like,
was just
like
play
Gio
play.
said,
Yeah.
it was oddly kind of satisfying.
It felt good.
It felt like someone had like a massager on you, like a
Yeah.
vibrating thing. But eventually, it started feeling like the vibrating thing was like inside of you, and then it started to feel like strange.
And then it started to get angry at me. And I didn't like that.
One drunken day, I'll go further. But
One
as
drunken day, I'd go to like.
as for right now, I'm gonna say AB put me at a 4 at least. I'll take it.
3, dog.
No, that was when you did it knowingly. When you weren't doing it knowingly, like that was like double what I felt at 3. It had to have been.
It was also because you didn't see it coming.
Yeah,
You didn't
'cause
see it coming, and it started you out. At
I
the
yanked them
highest.
bitches off. That was not. That was not a drill. That felt, and it was like from 0 to like whatever it was. So I was like, whoa.
You were screaming like a schoolgirl.
And then I was like, bro, is that 1? There's no way that's 1 because I'm about to lose my mind.
Bro, if that was 1, we would have cut this podcast off.
There was one time. I don't know if I told y'all this story. I went to a party one time at AB's girlfriend's house, and one of their brother's friends had brought a device like this. But it was like a homemade device, a little dangerous. And it was like basically a little
homemade.
a homemade. He didn't buy it at a chiropractor. He didn't get it from a chiropractor's. So it's like 2 metal rods you're holding in your hand, right? Like little Wii sticks or something. And he controls it on his end, right? So it's like basically the same thing, like a dial. And this guy had no mercy. He didn't even know us. So he was like slamming it up. And there would be times where like all of us would hold hands and we would do the thing
And
and
y'all
like
feel it, y'all all
just-
feel
yeah,
it.
we would all feel
Everybody
it.
just fucking
And
gets
whoever
the
could
shot.
stay the longest, like we would stick and then like people would leave and blah, blah, blah. And dude, that shit, there was a point when it would pass It was a similar thing, like
Nah,
0 to
his was like
10.
10 or 11 or some shit.
It was strong. It was strong.
That was like legitimately like that would give me a heart attack like, if it goes way too fucking high. I think.
Yeah, because at a certain point you can't let go.
Yeah.
Like your body seizes up, and you can't. You literally, as hard as you want to, you cannot let go of the rods.
What if someone
So
has
it's
a
up to
heart
him if he wants to let go.
What if someone has like a fucking heart condition and they use it?
It's
and they,
true.
And they just fucking get it and they just,
Yeah,
They're fucking yoked.
kill a
They're out of
motherfucker
there.
at a party, dude.
Jesus.
At a party
On the front lawn. That's where we were doing it, like right in front of their house.
Jesus. I've seen like videos online of like people who are like workers for like electric companies or some shit, and they're fixing something.
Yeah.
And like an electric line just falls or something like that, and they're like near like some open water, and they just get fucking just zing.
Whoo.
That's probably one of the
I'm gonna
worst.
turn on the
ways to
fan. The
go.
boy is sweating.
Feel free.
Electricity is scary, bro.
It's scary because of how it feels, man. Imagine getting like struck by lightning.
Oh, you're dead.
People live.
I wonder. It's true, they do. I wonder what that feels like. Does anybody live and like is able to tell the tale? Like they remember the whole thing.
I think a lot of people live from.
Yeah, I think most people do.
Or do they
after they get
immediately
struck by
forget,
lightning.
like, because they're knocked
No,
out?
they feel it.
No, a lot of people they feel it and they live for the
That
most
has
part.
to be the worst pain you've ever gone through.
I'm sure there's a good amount of people who died from it, but I think a majority of people who get struck by lightning live.
Yeah, they
Wow.
live. Yeah, they can tell the tale.
Technology, huh?
Right?
I don't even think it's technology. I just
Modern
think it's
medicine.
like. just
I
live.
mean, we're able to like save people better, you know. Back
Oh,
in
yeah,
the day,
that's
well,
true.
he got
That's
struck by lightning. The guy's, if he's not a superhero, he's dead.
Just bury him half alive, bro.
Exactly. In the 1600s, they thought that was God doing that to you.
He deserved it.
He must have did something wrong.
He must have did something wrong. I saw a video of this truck. He was doing like donuts in the center of like an intersection.
Mm-hmm.
The dude hits a telephone pole right with the back of his car in an accident. He swerved too far, and there's a transformer on the telephone pole. It's one of those like with like whatever a transformer is. I don't know what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
And so it drops and it lands on the transformer, and the transformer starts spilling oil. I looked in the comments. This is how I figured out this happened. And I guess when the wire, like the main wire, hit the oil, it ignited it.
Oh,
Bro,
shit.
someone was recording from the street, and they're like, "Oh shit!" And then it starts like setting on fire, and like immediately, it's like the whole fucking screen is orange, and they're
Oh
like,
my
"Whoa!"
God.
And they're running away, like everyone's screaming. And shit. It looks like a fucking Godzilla movie out of nowhere.
Isn't it funny? Like nowadays, because we all have phones, like it's so easy and like convenient to see like crazy shit like that.
Oh,
but like
yeah.
back in the day, like that shit probably happened all like at least in the 1900s, 1800s. That shit probably happened to people all the time.
And nobody even
and
knew.
nobody even knew. People would just die and be like, "Oh, did you hear Jim fucking died at work from a fucking accident?" Nowadays, you have it on video. It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
How terrible is that, dude? Like you try to make a trip, and you die on the trip, and your family never finds you.
That's
It's
horrible.
like he's gone. He might be alive somewhere. I
That
don't know.
reminds me of like the fucking people who were traveling west, right? Whenever the U.S. like they
Manifest Destiny and all that shit.
yeah, so like the U.S. at one
I
point
want that gold.
yeah, they bought a shitload of land, and it came out to be like California and all those different fucking states, and they wanted to send people west.
Yeah.
So they were like, if you go west, we'll give you land for free, or we'll give it to you really cheap. So people
Yeah.
were like, hell yeah. But that means people who lived on the East Coast would have to take their wagons and fucking
Move their whole families.
move their whole
Move all
families
their
and
horses out there.
in a dangerous journey going fucking west.
That's crazy.
And most of them would die or some shit.
For some gold. For some
some
gold,
gold,
some
yeah.
new life.
Or some gold and some land and new life.
but imagine
apparently-
you're the first person there to like create a settlement.
Imagine you imagine the thrill. Like, you legitimately make it, and now you have this like they would give given thousands of acres. You have like 1,000 acres, and it's just like
Wild.
your family's set like for the rest of their entire lives. It's all your land. All you have to do is pass it on and hope a family member doesn't fuck it up.
That's so crazy.
Yeah. You just got to hope no one fucks it up. Just got to maintain the land. And
You gotta
Right.
hope all your grandkids is
Don't
nice.
gamble it away or some
Don't
shit.
gamble it away.
I bet my whole, I bet everything they just gave me.
I bet 500 acres of land.
Apparently jeans, because like people used to like sift through whatever in jeans.
Yeah.
They have those little pockets. Those used to be for gold.
Yeah,
For little
particularly
nuggets.
particularly
the little ones?
Levi's.
Yeah, particularly
Levi's. Levi's is like one of the oldest companies in the U.S. I think they're like from the 1800s or some shit.
I think they
It's wild
started.
stuff.
They got their whole start from that time because they're from San Francisco, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember I was like reading something on Reddit, and it was showing that one of the first pairs of Levi's. It was like one of the first. Like there's like Yeezy season 1. It was like Levi's season 1 where they made the first fucking Levi's.
That's adorable.
Dude, they were tiny. So that makes me think like were guys just fucking small
Yeah.
back? Like they were really legitimately small. Like they're like most pants nowadays are like 30 length, for
Yeah.
instance, right? But these must have been at least like 25 or 24 length.
What?
Right? And they were all button fly. There was no zipper. It was all button fly.
Wow, that's strange.
Bro, Lincoln was like 6'4",
He was like 6'4", 6'5".
6'4". Bro, he was a giant.
And
He
yeah,
was
for his
a-
time.
He was a monster at that
He
time.
must have scared the shit out of everybody.
You better vote for me.
Better fucking vote for me.
That guy's gonna fucking kill me.
He's gonna kill me, but he'll eat me.
But most of those people were like 5'6", 5'7", maybe at the.
I think so. I think that was considered tall.
That's wild.
Everyone's just malnourished, dude.
Yeah.
Everyone's just fucking skinny. Dude. And if you're fat, you're not like you're still short because maybe like in your childhood you didn't grow, but now you have enough money to start eating. So now you're just short and fat. You're either short and fat or you're short and skinny.
Dude, all the poor people are eating dirt.
We had a fucking president. I think it was William Howard Taft. We had a president who couldn't fit in the bathtub. Yeah, he couldn't fit in the bathtub.
Didn't they have to? Maybe there's a myth. Didn't they have to crane him in and out?
I don't know.
They did not have to crane.
He was a big
but like
boy.
a pulley system to get him in and out out of the tub.
It was a pulley.
Legitimately more than 300 pounds.
Big fat man.
Three bills is a lot of bills, man.
Back in the day, that used to be a show of a nobleman, of someone who has some money.
3
if they're
bills.
fat.
And guess what?
You're not living past 35. If you're 3 bills.
3 bills. 3 bills right now is an issue. 3 bills back then.
Oh, bro.
3 bills back then.
You had to be president.
You can't monitor your cholesterol. You can't monitor anything.
How did you even get 3 bills back then? There weren't any like sweets and shit. Like there wasn't any processed foods.
That was the 1900s, I think.
Like I think it was early 1900s.
Yeah. Even then, though, there's still not that many.
I guess
that much
fucking Coca-Cola was still around and shit, right? I mean, what else? Coca-Cola and what do they eat that was sweet? Molasses and toast.
Honeycombs. I don't know.
He enjoyed his molasses and toast.
I'm positive he was a rich kid. Like he was rich.
Oh, I'm
to
sure.
grow up to become president at that time, you had to have a little something, maybe.
Very true.
So he probably ate good.
I would think so, and that's still true to this day. To become president, you gotta have a little something.
Dude. I've hated that. Like you have to have some sort of like connection, like the real connections to become president. You know what I mean? It's
but there would never
very
be,
difficult.
There would never be another fat president. I fully believe.
You don't think so?
Trump was pretty fat.
That was he had a lot of different variables added on his side.
Yeah, like he was old, his age and shit.
He was Trump. Everybody knew who he was.
The guy's got a McDonald's in his house.
Had a show. He had one of the most popular shows ever.
You fired
on a network channel.
Yeah. Plus, I wouldn't say he was fat, but I wouldn't call him like obese.
He wasn't fat.
Oh no, he was obese.
Yeah. Like
maybe not morbidly obese, but he was obese.
I guess because he's always wearing suits, you can't really see it.
Yeah, you can only see the hang time from his stomach.
When I used to play the Wii Resort too, my cousins had it.
When I used to say
Bro,
Wii Resort,
you would be surprised how quick they are to call you obese.
Bro, because they were so mean.
Yeah, because I mean,
they all go to the Wii trainer and shit. Bitch, I just play this.
I think we're just so used to it, and everyone's just kind of chunky, and we're just kind of okay with it at this point.
It's
like obese seems like, whoa, that's too much, but like probably are a little bit.
Well,
too
so
chunky.
like the way they classify that shit is by body mass index, right?
Yeah,
body mass index
size and all
is
that.
flawed because body mass index doesn't take into account like free-form muscle mass. So because your muscle mass weighs more than like fat, it doesn't take that into account into the calculation
So
when they do the BMI.
True.
Exactly. So there can be bodybuilders who go into a doctor's office and they fucking get weighed and they're like, "You're obese."
That's true.
Like what? Like it doesn't make any sense.
Fucking look at me, dude.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm obese.
Who can look at me, dude?
Am I obese, dude?
Am I fucking obese?
Yeah,
That's not
because
like
you know when you have fucking guns. I'm just kidding. Yeah, but when I think you're a bigger or like more muscular person, you're automatically considered obese just because you weigh more.
Now that I think about it, that's why all like the fat people in the '60s were considered like big guys.
Yeah,
well, they were just fat.
Exactly.
Like they would do like bodybuilding, and they had like no muscle.
When they'd wear their fucking they'd wear their shorts up above their belly button,
above their fat,
above their fat and above the belly button.
Dude, imagine what a gym looked like back in like the 50s or 60s.
Ridiculous.
I wonder what the hell.
All the weights were metal.
And
I'll
they
tell
were
you
all circular.
that.
Oh my gosh.
All circular, all metal.
The noise. Imagine the noise in the clang, 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 like a fucking like a factory,
right?
Dude.
Just fucking lift, go home, put your wife beater on.
Put your wife beater on, beat your wife, maybe.
Beat your wife. Is that funny? There's a whole fucking article of clothing called a wife beater.
Yeah, that's what they was doing. Bro.
You know women weren't there. They'd come home from the gym pissed. It was only dudes all pissed.
Is that still socially acceptable to call it a wife
not
beater?
Anymore.
What?
They just call them tank tops.
Nah, that's gay. That's gay. Tank tops are for women.
It's gotta be a wife beater.
They
It's a
really
wife
called
beater.
them wife beaters because people would beat their wives in them?
I wouldn't doubt it.
No other story?
Like most of the time, they catch somebody that beat their wife. They were wearing like a tank top when they had them in handcuffs.
I need full range of motion.
Yeah.
He'd be wearing
this bitch. I can't have sleeves restricting me.
full range of motion to fucking
Cock
beat this
way
bitch up.
back.
I love how this started with us doing the cramp simulator, and I was like, we're gonna respect women after this.
Yeah, we're gonna respect women
And now
and
we're
see what
talking
their
about
pain is like.
Free will, free arms.
I'll tell you what,
When I think about why.
Free range of motion when you're whooping their ass.
It's like a flailing arm. Getting everybody.
You think a shirt's gonna stop me?
It probably wasn't punches. It was probably just a quick like. You know what I mean?
Bro, there used
Not
to be,
not that I think it's right.
not that I think it's right.
Not that I think
Sometimes they. No, I'm just kidding. No, but back in the day, dude, they used to have like a limit on the amount of times you could beat your wife in a week.
That
Like,
is
I wouldn't doubt it.
Like crazy laws like that back in the day. Like it was frowned upon, but it was all right. You can go ahead and do it if you
I
need
think
to.
the way they saw it is like what you do behind closed doors is your business.
Which is still wild.
Which is still wild to me because it's like if someone's getting beaten, I mean
That makes it worse.
Yeah, there should be like some kind of cop intervention or some shit.
I believe who you are behind closed doors is how you actually are.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
the
Oh,
way
for
you think.
sure.
So
Yeah.
if you're doing that to your wife after we leave the bar, I'm like, bro, Johnny, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Not
What's the
cool.
point?
Yeah, we can't be friends now.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
You can only beat your wife 5 times a week.
Only 5. Any more than that, you got to go to jail.
Any more than that, you're out of here. Your son's out the little league. He's got to find somewhere else to play.
It's always weird to me, like how not to woman blame, but like how sometimes some of the women who do unfortunately get beaten by men, they stay with them. Whether you guys think that's like out of fear, or do you think it's out of love, or
It's out of fear.
combination, or what?
I think women think they can change people.
I think so. That's
That's
what I was
so
gonna say.
true.
I think it's less about
Which is not their
fear.
fault.
I'm sure some people are. It is about fear. Like the really.
I'm gonna kill you, bitch.
Yeah.
And your mama.
No, chill, baby. I'm gonna kill your house. I'm gonna get that dog, bitch.
I'm gonna kill your dog and your mama.
I'm gonna kill your fucking dog. You go outside and fuck. No, too real. But, so I think like maybe like the really bad cases, but I feel like a lot of them, like Gio said, I think they just think they could change them.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Which it does happen.
But unless someone's like really
It
putting
takes
their hands
after,
on you.
yeah, it takes after like.
Does it
20
really
beats.
happen? Oh, he used to beat me, but he doesn't anymore.
What
the fuck is
He got
that,
all the
man?
beats out of him.
He got all the beats out of him.
Bro, I don't understand how like back in the day, I sort of understand because women didn't have the same rights. So
That's
like
true.
they couldn't just go out and make a life on their own. They kind of had to have a dude with them, like, and they had to be linked to them to even get like a house,
like
money,
like
glad
some
you
Saudi
said
Arabia
that.
type
yeah,
shit.
some Saudi
yeah.
Arabia type
I'm
shit.
glad
They
you
had,
said that because then she goes out the city or she goes to the grocery store. They're like, "Oh, I heard you divorced so and so. Yeah, he used to beat me. I don't think he beat you.
I don't think he beat you.
But then you got to find another man.
yeah, get
We
with
gonna
me,
find
I'll
another
beat you
man.
too. We'll all beat you.
We'll all beat you.
There's not one of us that won't beat you. So which one do you want? You go for the weakest dude.
Yeah,
I would
weakest
go for the
one.
weakest dude and
See,
whip
now
his
if,
ass.
if women get beat now, which is still sad,
Yeah.
they can at least go on like a social media and
Live
find
stream,
another
live
guy.
stream their beating.
Bro, if my boyfriend beat me, I would blow his spot up.
Oh yeah.
so
I tag
fast.
him all over these Instagram pictures of my fucking black eyes and shit.
And you
Dude.
be brave. People,
Yeah.
Women will love you for that.
Like that song by
true.
Katy Perry, "Roar" or whatever the fuck it's
We don't
called.
talk about Katy
You won't even have
Perry.
to fight the
This
fight
house-
anymore. Guys will fight your fight. Women will fight your fight for you. Everyone's,
real.
And like, there's ways to get out of it now to where, like, listen, there's stories that people will put and be like on Twitter, and they'll quote retweet it and be like, this is why like no one wants to talk about their abusers because like someone ends up dying. They end up like
Yeah.
killing the person, but that has to be so unlikely. It's like so unlikely that they get like if you call
Oh, when
the
they
cops.
kill him, they kill him and then they get in trouble.
Yeah, like let's say they're
Oh,
beating
yeah,
them,
yeah.
and the woman finally comes forward, and she's like, "This guy's beating me. Like, get him away from me." And the guy eventually somehow makes it back into like near her, and somehow I don't know kills her.
But you have to think
Like
about,
stalks her or whatever the fuck, however he
think
gets
about
around. her.
what you had to do before that step. You have to like
gotta
go
go.
file a restraining order. The restraining order has to be accepted. Then if the motherfucker is around,
It's
you,
a long process.
It's a lot of shit. Bro.
I'm sure.
And then if he actually gets close to you, you still have to call somebody and hope they come on time.
But the I don't
He's
know.
at my window. I can't do anything.
I can't. He's right
He's
there
at
right
my
now.
window.
Stay where you are.
He's in my living room.
So, all
You
right,
gotta get a little Glocky. Everyone has to have a little gun.
Okay, we'll get a little blicky. I think that'll
this,
help.
this is slightly unrelated, but there was a video from a few years ago. I'm not sure if you guys saw it. So it's a guy and he's filming, I guess, this chick that's his fiance or girlfriend or whatever, but longtime girlfriend, whatever. Let's say that.
Okay.
And he comes into the apartment, and I guess it's like her birthday, and he has her gift there, and he has like a balloon tied to it and a card, and he's like, he has flowers. There's flowers on the counter. And he's like, "Happy birthday, baby! I love you so much. Open your gift. Open your gift." And she's like, "Okay, whatever."
Oh.
And
I
then
remember
she
this.
opens the gift, and inside it's like a little. It almost looks like a little jewelry box. But she opens it, and it's a piece of paper, and it's a the fucking. It's a DNA test for their child.
Yeah.
And it turns out the child's not his. And she's like, and she starts crying. She's like, "Why would you do this to me? Like, it's
got you,
my,
bitch."
it's my birthday." He's like, "Got you, bitch." And then
I told you that baby wasn't mine.
yeah, I forgot what else he said, but he was like, his voice was shaking, so he was kind of like crying / angry. You could tell.
Oh no, I watched a different video where it was like she opened the bag and it was like a shoebox or something, and it was full of like text messages from like her to other
Ooh,
guys.
that I haven't
And he's like,
seen.
I caught you cold-hearted, bitch. You thought you was cold. You thought you was slick. Well, I got your ass.
I saw that one, and that guy is not. He's not
He didn't
quivering
give
at
a
all.
fuck.
He's
He was,
pissed.
He was strong.
Yeah, he's like, "Yeah, get the fuck out. Get
What
the
makes
fuck
even
out my
funnier
house
is
after."
The phone was on a tripod. You could tell because that bitch was stabilized as hell. It didn't move.
The phone was on the tripod. That's hilarious. He's doing it right. If he's
He
gonna
was
do it,
doing
he's
it
gonna do it right. I saw another video of a guy. His buddy was in the car with him, and his buddy was filming him. And the guy was like, trying to call his girlfriend. She kept declining his call, and eventually she answered, and you could hear her and another dude like either they were making out or fucking or doing something.
That's tough.
And she was like, like there was like noise and shit going on, and he was like, "What the fuck are you doing? Who you with? Who you with? Who you with?" He like his voice started cracking and shit.
Oh,
and then he like
no.
hung up the phone, and he was like fucking angry. And his friend was recording him, and just like, "Oh shit!" I bet you his friend the whole time was like, "Oh shit."
Bro, those are the two of the AV you're talking about. Those are sad.
Yeah, those are
that's
sad.
kinda funny.
Those
That's
are both funny.
That's
Those are
kinda
both
funny.
funny.
Hey man, you shouldn't have done
Bro,
all that.
imagine, but why is my friend recording this happening to me?
And
Yeah,
why are
it's
you
true.
pretending to give her a birthday gift? Just tell her straight
damn,
up.
that nigga crying. Damn, that's
Damn,
crazy.
keep it rolling. Keep it rolling.
Keep
Keep
it
it
rolling.
rolling.
Don't cut it off.
Don't cut it off. This is real. This is raw.
This is real. This is raw. This is what the people want.
That's
people
always
want.
funny to me when like weird moments like that are recorded. It's like, bro, just put the phone down. No one needs to see this happen.
I know.
to
This
you.
is this can be behind closed doors.
You need to keep this to yourself. That does not leave this car.
That's true. A lot of like crazy situations are caught on tape now with phone. You know what's funny? I was watching Joe Rogan and Neil deGrasse Tyson was on there, and he was talking about the fact that like remember the whole alien thing happened, and they started
Yeah.
saying it's crazy how like we have so many phones, all the weird situations that we're able to capture on camera. We
Yeah.
still haven't got no aliens.
Okay,
they're
let,
not good,
let,
bro.
let me propose an explanation of why they haven't been able to catch it. Okay, so most of the people who see them are fucking like people who work in the Navy and shit like that because they're actually flying these like they're flying crafts of their own. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, and they're off the coast.
Exactly. And but when they like see these things, they only see them like usually on radar. You know what I mean? If something's on radar, it could be 40,000 feet away. There's no way you can get your cell phone out and capture something 40,000 feet away.
But you would think though, like just once, like just one person,
Yeah,
with,
that is
with a
true.
legit good quality picture, just one person.
So what I've also heard is that like a lot of the videos, like people in the Navy and shit, and like in the military in general, because of like chain of command, like they'll have these recordings, but they won't be able to like do anything with them. They just have
Yeah.
to like submit them to their superiors, and they can't send them to anybody or anything like that.
Let's
Yeah.
put it in
It's
the
a
file
pre-
and put
yeah,
them
it's
away
a-
forever.
Yeah, that's probably what happened. That's why a lot of them are coming out now.
Yeah.
And like apparently at the end of this coming month, there's going to be a huge report that basically like declassifies a bunch of shit. But we'll see. There's probably a lot of videos that would freak us the fuck out if we saw them.
I'm ready to see him.
I
kinda
would
like
love
y'all?
to see them. I would love
see
to.
that shit. I'm very curious to see what that's like.
I feel like the whole pandemic is like lowered the wild shit that could happen to us that we'd be surprised by.
Yeah,
I think if they put all that shit, because they did that like in the middle, they released all that shit in like July. or, like,
none of
August
it
last
seems
year.
unbelievable anymore.
It's all reasonable.
But yeah, like
yeah.
they stormed the Capitol a few months ago. I saw it happen
You
with my
telling
own
me there's not-
eyes.
You telling me there's not an alien in there?
Yeah, and then they talk about aliens a few weeks later. What is
just
happening?
crazy.
This place isn't real. This is a
Between that,
simulation.
between fucking stock market manipulation, between crypto,
God.
between everything, man.
Crazy,
Everything
man.
is insane right now.
So much going on.
And then between fucking the world's greatest boxers fighting YouTube stars, we're in a whole place of its own. We saw
What a shit event.
So there was a fight between Logan Paul, the famous YouTuber who got in trouble for fucking filming people who hang themselves in Japan.
He was famous before that,
He was famous before that,
but
but
that was pretty bad.
yeah, that was pretty fucked up. Anyways, so that dude, him and his brother are famous YouTubers, and Logan Paul fought Floyd Mayweather, who was 50-0, probably one of, if not the greatest boxers of all time, in an exhibition match. And it was one of the most horrible matches of like any kind of fight I've ever seen.
See, at first, for the first like 3 rounds, because it was an 8-round exhibition. At first, I was like, all right, it's kind of interesting because Logan still had gas and he was swinging. And
Yeah.
it's interesting to see because Logan Paul is like over 6 foot, a little over 6 foot. He's a he's a heftier guy. He's a big guy.
He's a big boy.
And Floyd Mayweather is really small.
He a little boy.
He's a little boy. And he's old. He's way
Yeah,
older
he
than him.
is
He's like
old.
20 years older. So it makes you think, like, what's going to happen? Maybe he catches one random one, or like maybe he's just going to be going in on the whole time and Floyd's just dodging. And in the beginning, it was kind of interesting. I liked it. I like seeing it basically looks like an amateur going against Floyd Mayweather. But
That's
then
exactly what it was.
that is what it was. And then after like 2.5 rounds, he got gassed. And Floyd just picked him apart, bro.
I think
just
in the-
picked him off every now and then. He'd just catch a really good hit, like every 30 seconds.
And then the last 4 rounds, Floyd literally just danced on him the entire time.
It was nuts.
He threw maybe
But-
like 10, 20 punches.
And you
but
know,
just
there's
danced,
a scene. There's like
danced the
a
entire
scene.
time.
There's like a part of the fight where it looks like he knocks him out.
Yeah.
And they both talk about it, and they're like, "No, I didn't knock him out." Blah blah blah. But I think he fucking knocked him out, dude, because he's a big guy and Floyd is small, and he was literally like almost on his hands and knees, like he was
Yeah.
falling over, and Floyd, he basically hits him in the chin. He falls on top of Floyd, and then Floyd's kind of holding him up with his forearm.
Yeah.
And he is like slumped, like arms hanging, his head hanging, all that shit. And then like a few seconds later, he like gets up.
Man.
he got back to life.
Yeah.
There's so many instances of people being knocked out standing up.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I mean, like from watching the UFC and boxing and shit like that, they'll be knocked out standing up, but they'll still like they'll want to keep going. Like You guys know who Deontay Wilder is?
Yeah.
So he's the heavyweight fighter, for those who don't know, who fought this crazy ass fucking another heavyweight fighter named Tyson Fury.
A gypsy.
He's a gypsy. He's like fucking he's like almost 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
And he does
giant
not
ball sack.
He's not in great shape by any means. He has like a belly and he has like back fat, but you can tell this guy's been fighting. You can tell he's been fighting since he was like 3 years old.
Yeah, he looks
ball sack.
He does look like a giant.
He looks
he's
like
a big
huge
bald
ball
guy.
sack. Just
And
imagine a giant ball sack.
it looks like he's got a fucking hit in him, like a very
Yeah.
thick, like tree looking dude.
I would
Yeah.
not want to see that guy in a bar.
No,
Oh,
I
so
couldn't
he
imagine
would
knocking him out.
destroy someone. But anyways, so they fought, and apparently, like afterwards, Deontay Wilder kept saying like, "Oh, he didn't knock me out. He didn't knock me out. He had weights inside of his gloves, so he like hit harder or whatever."
Mm-hmm.
But like if you watch the fight, you can see like there were like at least 3 or 4 instances of Deontay Wilder being knocked out standing up, and the fight was ended because Deontay Wilder's corner, like the people who
They
like
threw in the towel?
yeah, they threw in the towel. They see because they oversee him training and shit. They threw in the towel because they're like, we can't see him get his fucking ass like beat up anymore. Because
Yeah.
like at a certain point, you can get knocked out and still be up. Like it's almost like getting blacked out when you're drunk. Shit
Yeah,
like
you
that.
fuck your brain up like
Yeah,
that. Dude.
like,
Yeah,
you-
you cause permanent damage like that.
Exactly. So they could just see it in his eyes that he was fucked up, but he was still like, let's keep going, let's keep going. And Tyson Fury was just whopping him.
I'm not gonna lie. Like in the 4th round of the Mayweather fight, I was like, bro, Floyd's amazing.
I
was like-
kind of was too.
I was
yeah.
like, I cannot believe I was sold on this, and like, I wasn't really like looking forward to it, but I was like, it's kind of interesting. And then I was like, bro, Floyd's gonna do exactly what Floyd's gonna
His
do
whole
in every fight.
His whole career, people want to see him get knocked out, but it's not gonna.
But you
fucking
can't
happen.
touch him.
You
Yeah,
can't touch him, dude.
You can't touch
and the
him.
few hits that he did get off on him were not that good, and they just made him angrier.
Exactly.
Like he'd come back furious when you'd hit him.
But I saw like the play. Like, I think I said it when we were watching it. I was like, bro, I can see that they're gonna go all the 8 rounds. And then Logan's going to be like, I fucking did it. I fucking lasted the whole time against one of the greatest boxers
That's
of all
exactly what he
time.
did.
it's all I could have asked
That's all I
for.
could have asked for. If anybody has dreams, you can accomplish your dreams. And he has a fucking bedazzled Charizard Pokemon card on his fucking neck. I was like, bro, I cannot take this shit right now.
I cannot take this shit.
I got mad when I was on my way home. I was like, I cannot believe I wasted that much of
What
my
a
life
waste of
watching
time.
that shit.
It's an insult to real fighters, in my opinion. Like the people who really do, like the guys in the UFC who do that shit and they get their ass beat for like 18 grand.
But
Sucks.
let's have an argument. Boxing is dead, bro.
It is.
Boxing has been dead for like,
There are still
20 years.
quite a few good boxers, though.
but nobody watches boxing anymore.
That's true in terms of like viewership.
It's dead, bro.
It's just
Anthony
a celebrity
Joshua
fight
and
night.
Tyson Fury can fight 15 more times. No one, it's not gonna be that many people watching that as the Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather shit.
That's true. The exhibition matches between, because it's all about the internet. You know, like internet personalities get more.
Exactly.
That's why, like, if you watch the UFC and you see like the biggest stars, they're all the people who were like able to like
Generate a following.
generate a following. Like Conor McGregor, like he said funny shit, he acted crazy, like
He's interesting,
he could sell a fight, and that's why he made himself the most, like he's the most well-paid athlete in the world.
bro. Anthony
Yeah.
Joshua, I cannot tell you a sentence I've heard from him. Tyson Fury, I know because I know his brother.
And the way he
And,
looks and, shit.
he's also a wild looking guy.
Something's
Yeah.
got to stand out about it. They've either got to be super good or they've got to be very likable or they've got to be very hateable or something. Like
and they all don't have that.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Some are just normal people.
Some people are just good fighters. They're just good
Some of
fighters.
them are just dudes.
Yeah, they're just dudes who can really fight, but they can't. They're not performers. They're just
Exactly.
fighters. You know what I mean? They're not really. They're not trying to sell a show. They're all about the game. They're all about training and getting strong and fucking people up. Like they don't give a shit about talking shit. Like they don't care about that.
Exactly. Because Floyd isn't really like, he somewhat sells fights. He's all right at it, but he doesn't.
His
he's not
own
like-
his reputation sells fights. He
Yeah.
doesn't have to worry about that.
But you look at like Muhammad Ali, that's a fucking performer.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson, that's a fucking performer.
'Cause
At
the-
his prime, bro, you like, yo, somebody's gonna die in this ring.
Every-
I'm paying for
yeah,
it.
or somebody's gonna fucking
Somebody's gonna
knock
die or
down
get
in
an ear
3
bit off or
seconds.
something. Something amazing is gonna happen.
yeah, bro, you bite someone's ear off, people are gonna come see your show
I pay
after
money
that.
for that.
Oh,
People are
most
gonna come see your
I
definitely.
pay
show.
money for that.
Yeah, because Floyd, like, he's a good boxer, but he's not very fun to watch. Especially,
not.
like, I mean, I saw that with that Logan Paul fight. He was kicking his ass and like picking at him, but for most of the time, he was just kind of weaving things and like.
I learned that in the
not getting
when
hit.
He fought Canelo. I was like, bro, this dude is just air. Like,
Yeah.
he just is there.
He
He's just there. And Manny
he
Pacquiao
just slips
too.
everything.
Yeah, Manny
All he did
Pacquiao,
was just
yeah.
slip everything.
Yeah.
And Manny Pacquiao just kept trying to like get him to start hitting back, and like he was just kind of barraging him
And
with
it
hits
did not
sometimes. It didn't work.
Did you guys hear what happened with Manny Pacquiao? He got like, I guess, called out by the media or some shit for. What did he say about like trans people? Did you hear about that?
I think in the Philippines they're not very fond of trans and gay people.
Yeah.
And he said, I didn't know he said trans things. I'm sure he did, but I know he said some gay things too. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what he said exactly about gay people, but like, I think it was something along the lines of like not supporting them, like it's wrong.
It's like, what
that
do you
sort
expect?
of thing.
It's fucking Manny Pacquiao.
It's the fucking Philippines.
Yeah,
they kill people over there when they have weed.
Exactly.
Like I don't think you know what I mean.
I don't think that fits their moral high ground that the Philippines are
Yeah,
known
at the
for.
moment, I think the last thing the Filipinos are thinking about is gay people.
You don't think they have an LGBTQ parade?
No, they probably do, but it's very small,
Yeah, they got it.
and it has an expiration date.
Isn't prostitution popular in the Philippines?
I would think so.
Very popular.
I'm sure
No,
they got
I'm
trainee ladies.
I'm getting them mixed up. I'm thinking about Thailand.
I know Thailand too, but I thought the
I think
Philippines.
Thailand
also.
is pretty open from what I've
Yeah,
heard
Thailand's
in
pretty
terms of
open.
sexuality.
Yeah,
But drugs,
Thailand.
no. I think they kill you if you have not kill you, but like you go to jail if you have like just weed or something.
In Thailand or the Philippines?
I think both.
Yeah, I feel like the Philippines are very strict.
That's not fun.
They're very strict. I mean,
Because they were
Let me
like
have my drugs, man.
because they're Catholic inspired, right? Because they got fucking
boo.
taken over by the Spanish, right? Because the Spanish are the ones who like conquered them.
I believe so.
Right?
That's why they're the skin color and like the genetics that they
Yeah,
have.
the Asian Hispanics.
Yeah.
Ooh, fuck
Pretty
the
cool.
Spain.
That
Fuck
is
the
pretty
Spaniards. I hate them. I don't really hate them.
It's crazy how we ended up like this. Like this is where the
We
world
didn't
is.
have to.
All
It was
the
like
fucked up things that
colonization.
happened. Yeah. What would it have been like if that wasn't
Everybody
the
just
case?
if everybody just developed organically.
Yeah.
I feel like
Would we all hate each other more?
I don't know. I feel like I'd have to really think about it. So when let's say we all developed, I feel like everybody would develop at such different rates. But it's difficult because trade helps us all get like developed. You know what I mean? Like being able to interact with each other.
Are we
so
talking
not
like-
so not having any trade at all. Like if we were just to or develop organically within the own borders of our country.
Yeah.
I feel like some countries would be fine and some would be like completely like hunter gatherers right now.
That's
Are we
true.
talking like if everybody stayed in their country and like nobody ever came to America?
That's what I'm thinking. Like if everybody just
Africa
developed organically.
would run the world.
It would.
It is
Africa
true.
would
They have
run
they have a
it.
lot of natural resources.
It's giant.
The fucking climate is perfect for growing damn near anything.
Athletically, killing every sport, damn near. Besides cricket, because no one plays fucking cricket.
I bet they still
Musically-
kill it in cricket too.
Musically, they'll be pretty high up. I mean, they would be pretty high up in a lot of shit.
Yeah.
In most things, and they have a lot of the natural. I don't fucking know the word.
Like resources.
Natural resources.
Yeah.
They have most of it. They have a lot of shit.
I would think Africa and Latin America because they're pretty similar in terms of like
Latin
climate
America
and
will
like
run.
and like structure.
Exactly.
You know, they're pretty much the exact same. Apparently, you know, they were all together. They were one thing at one time. Apparently, Pangea. Yeah, they were like one huge supercontinent,
That's kind of wild.
and they split up.
And
That is
Africa
crazy to
was
think
right
about.
in the middle.
It's interesting how they found that out. So I remember I was reading about it in school a long time ago. So the reason they found out that there was at least one supercontinent with South America and Africa being one like big part of it, like being together, was they found fossils on the I was doing the north, east, southwest. I was thinking in my mind.
Yeah,
Sour
New-
watermelons.
Never eat sour watermelons. So yeah,
Oh, okay.
in the west of Africa, they found fossils that are exactly the same in the east coast of Latin America.
Yeah.
So they were like, okay, this makes sense that they were fucking the same shit.
That's pretty cool.
But doesn't
Right?
that mean that the plates are still moving and then eventually one day
Everything's
going to collide back into each other?
Yeah, one day.
Kinda. Yeah. We're gonna.
That's going to be hilarious.
Yeah. Things are knocking into each other. No. Like.
And things are always moving, especially in the sea.
There's one thing. What is there like an area where they think like the first collision is gonna happen between two continents, or am I tripping?
So I think it all runs on like
somewhere on the-
it all runs on like fault/plate lines, and
Yeah.
apparently like there's a big one called the San Andreas Fault. There was a
Yeah,
rock. There was a
that's what it
rock
is.
movie made about it.
Hey, man, he knows what he's doing.
He's like running around sweating and trying to fucking figure shit out.
flying a
I've never
helicopter.
seen it, but that's what I assume.
The
It's
Earth is like
adorable.
opening up, and he's like jumping out of a helicopter.
no, he's flying helicopters.
You know what
He has
he's
a
doing in the
helicopter
movie?
outfit on.
I'm
That's
pretty damn
amazing.
sure
You
he's
seen
trying
it?
to save his family.
He is trying to save his family.
How stupid is that?
And the world is falling apart.
I'm gonna
And he's
fly
like,
this
"Yo,
helicopter in there and get my family at that
where's my
hotel.
fucking daughter? Sir, there are 300,000 people. Los Angeles is gone.
Sure,
Los Angeles.
they're
is
on the
gone.
biggest skyscraper just so it's cool for the movie. They're at the very top of it, sir. We found them. We've located them. I'll go get them. And he does it, I bet.
Somehow they got on the helipad. The building was sliding, and they're on the helipad waiting for you.
There's a
the
scene where the building is falling. They're on a skyscraper, and he jumps from that skyscraper, I think, to another skyscraper through the window, rolls, and lands. No parachute.
That shit's gay. No parachute.
It was a super
Yo,
jump.
bro. He fucking did
It's
it, bro.
gay. We don't need that. No parachute.
Dude, so like people have been like joking like, oh, The Rock's gonna run for president. But you know what I've heard a lot is that in Texas at least is that Matthew McConaughey might run for governor. What is you guys' opinion of that?
That's sad, bro.
He doesn't know much about things, I'm sure,
Yeah.
but
I feel
vote for
like
him just 'cause he
you don't
seems like a nice guy.
I feel like you don't have to know.
Yes, you do.
No,
You know-
dude, what did Trump know?
Exactly, that's the issue.
That's true.
But he was an asshole. What if like you have a
yeah,
good
if you
heart?
have a cool, open-minded person,
Yeah, like you're a smart person. You've got a good heart. You just don't know the actual
you
facts and like the
have to have
education
people,
on it.
educated people around you.
But you're good at decision making.
Exactly.
Like grand scheme decision making.
I mean, that relies on him having good, educated people around him.
I would.
Like
Yeah.
Trump had a lot of evil, educated motherfuckers
Yeah,
around him.
exactly.
They got a lot of shit done.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say
That's why
earlier.
Biden came in and fucking wrote like 100 executive orders on his first day.
But they all do that, especially like when
Yeah.
someone from a different party comes in.
But
They're
it was
like,
like,
fuck
well, yeah,
all this.
Yeah, they do that.
They
But
just try
knock
and
it all over.
Yeah,
A
a lot of
exactly.
times they phase it out like over some years though.
Yeah, they
Biden
came-
was like first day.
Trump came right in, did that. Biden came right in and said, "Fuck you, I'm doing it too." And I bet the next person, if they're fucking
Is he gonna do the
Republican,
same thing?
Exactly.
fuck Biden and all his rules. Yeah, but I agree with that, dude. I don't like the fact that like people have to have these connections to get to presidency. Wouldn't it be cool if like just good people could just make it that? Like Beto, remember that whole thing that was happening?
Yeah.
He didn't make it all the way. I don't know everything about him, but like he seemed like a nice guy. But like people like
Beto,
that,
Beto O'Rourke.
Beto O'Rourke, like the fan
Yeah.
favorites, like
What
just
a
he seemed
fucking
like just a nice guy.
What a sick name. O'Rourke.
O'Rourke,
And he spoke
Beto,
Spanish.
O-R-
Beto O'Rourke.
Ouke. What? What are we talking
Was
about?
that like Irish or something?
I think it's like Irish or something like that.
And he spoke Spanish and he looked like whatever the fuck. I
Like a
don't
movie
even know.
star.
I don't know what the fuck. Yeah, he
looked
looked
like
like
a
movie
he
star.
looked like a better looking George Bush, maybe
like a
a
dude.
younger,
Yeah.
better looking George Bush.
I'm pretty sure I've seen him in the YMCA somewhere, and I just didn't even recognize
Honestly,
him.
he seems like that.
Yeah.
Like he'd probably be running on a treadmill or something like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Like going super fast, probably like 65 minutes in on a run.
Bro, there's nothing. I've started doing cardio recently, like a month and a half ago, like really getting back into it. It sucks.
Oh, it's terrible.
Running
Yeah.
is difficult.
It
I don't
hurts
know how
my
people
knees
can do it for several
so
miles
fucking
straight.
much, man.
What's the furthest like right now? If I made y'all run, if we got some shoes on, I made y'all run. How far do you think you could get before stopping? Like slowing down.
Like just like legitimate. Let's just say stop. That way it's easier. Like,
Yeah,
if I, like,
I'll slow down.
before I legitimately come to a stop.
Well, because you could walk for. I think I could walk forever.
No,
Like
let's
I
not-
think I
let's
could walk
not-
at least like 20 miles.
Let's
can't
not
walk
count.
forever.
Let's not count walking. Let's
Yeah,
just say
okay, yeah.
straight
When you're
running.
done jogging.
Like if I just running / jogging.
Yeah.
Probably like 4 to 6 miles, and then have to stop.
Non-stop?
Yeah, and then have to stop.
You think really? That's not bad.
Yeah.
I think
That's
after
pretty
a mile,
good.
after a mile, I'll just get tired of it. I'm like, bro,
They wouldn't
now
be.
just-
They wouldn't be fast miles. Don't get me wrong. They're probably gonna be like fucking 10 or 15 minute miles. They're not gonna be that quick, bro.
By the end of it, you're just speed walking almost, like
Yeah.
barely making it.
a mile's a mile.
yeah,
A mile's a mile.
there's people who run fucking 4-minute miles.
Yeah, dude.
I was
easily,
there.
yeah.
I was there. I did that before.
You used
A
to do that?
4-minute
I
mile.
did that in high school.
Oh my god.
That's insanity.
we used to be in
was-
track, right, Gio?
Nah, but we had to fucking run
Oh,
a
you're in
lot
baseball.
for baseball.
That's right.
So I did that one time, and I saw that shit, and I was like, I'm never running again.
In 10 minutes, you ran 2.5 miles. That's fucking nice.
insane.
That's
Bro,
a workout
that's-
right there.
It's right now to run 2 miles, like stopping and running. It'll take me maybe like, literally, I'm not even kidding, maybe like 26 minutes.
I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna say
ridiculous.
like 30 minutes for me.
I'll be
Right now,
fucking sweating my ass off too by the end of it.
I haven't really ran in a long ass time.
Biking is nicer in my opinion. Plus,
It is.
it hits the quads more. Running really hits a lot on your like your ankles, your feet, and your calves.
My
I
fucking
think
heels.
I just
Yeah.
don't like that joint hit, you know, at the
Yeah,
knees.
and then the
Yeah.
bounce, like the bounce of landing and all that. Oh,
Yeah,
I
that's a
hate
big
it.
problem that I have. Like when I'm like, I've realized that I've got my stamina up,
Mm-hmm.
but when it comes to like jogging, like that constant hit on my joints, it just fucks me up and I can't
it's
go
painful.
anywhere.
It's because
painful.
we're not supposed to be running on concrete and shit.
Yeah,
Like, it's
or
just-
definitely not treadmills.
Yeah,
Supposed to be running on grass.
exactly.
On
Grass
God's
or
land.
like gravel and shit. Like
Yeah.
it's too like concrete is too harsh on our fucking joints.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't absorb it enough.
Yeah, that's why I think like a lot of runners, they always have to have like knee replacements and shit. They have to have surgeries on their knees, even if they're in great shape. It doesn't matter if they're fat or not.
Because they're still running.
Yeah,
They're still
exactly.
waking up and running every fucking day.
It's brutal on your knees.
It doesn't matter how soft your shoes are or how forgiving they are. That shit still hurts.
It's true. I got some running shoes that still hurts.
That shit still
Where are
hurts.
the inventions, man? Where are the inventions?
Exactly.
Why can't I have some braces that I can put on my knee for
Or
like
some
$20 each?
super shock absorbent shoes that like
Yeah.
fucking take all the impact and they don't give anything to your knees.
Maybe those crazy looking like you ever see those like crazy looking Reeboks and Nikes that look like trampolines almost, like you could
Maybe
jump
that's
on
it.
them. Yeah, they look
Yeah.
like alien bottom of alien feet or something,
Yeah.
something weird.
Maybe
like
those
that.
are the ones.
Yeah, look like straight bouncy.
But I walk right past them.
Yeah,
I don't want them.
those midsoles are real ugly, and just gotta keep going.
Even though they're probably the most functional thing for fucking like actually walking around.
I
Should be
bet.
honest.
Or the toe shoes.
Yeah, the toe shoes.
Dude, I want to get a pair.
Yeah, he was talking about getting a pair.
I'm
of
gonna
the
wear
toe
them
shoes.
all the time.
I've heard those things are very comfortable, but you know what I wouldn't like? I don't want each of my toes being in a different slot.
That'd probably feel weird.
I don't
feel
know,
like that-
but you
that
probably
would
gotta
take
get used to it. But I'm sure maybe
Yeah.
eventually it feels good.
That would take a lot of time in the morning. Like making sure your toe is like right in there.
Each one is in the right
Two
spot.
toes in one leg, 2 toes in one pocket.
I just feel like mine would literally start to smell so bad after like a
God.
week.
Are you supposed to wear them barefoot?
Yeah, of course. The fucking wear socks in there? You crazy?
Yeah,
Oh, you
you're
can
right.
wear.
Yeah,
they
it's crazy
have
talk.
toe socks.
The theory behind them is that
Yeah, don't
we're
wear
not supposed to wear shoes at all. Because if you look at our feet and like you look at how they're placed, the fucking like the last 3 toes, like your pinky toe and the one before that and the one before that, that's all like rolls underneath your foot and it looks stupid as hell.
Yeah.
Like no one's foot is really supposed to be like that. Our feet are supposed to be as dexterous as our hands. Like you should be able to pick things up with your feet and throw it and like move things with your feet.
I could pick things up with my feet. I don't throw it.
Not
though.
well, but I could do it. I
I
could
could
do it.
I do it a lot actually. When
Dude,
I don't
imagine
feel like
that.
bending down, I pick up a lot of shit with my foot.
Imagine every toe was like big toe size, or like
Bro,
middle finger toe size.
we would be monsters.
Dude, that we would. Oh my god, we'd be crazy. Our lateral movement would be nuts.
Each one should be that strong.
That's but
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
you're right
But
though.
we're
Like
at
3 on the side, or
From
they
wearing
mean
these
nothing.
shoes, we got fucking suffocated. Our feet have become all these fucked up forms. You know what I mean?
I could 100% lose my pinky and ring toes, and I would be able to function just the same.
No, you
Exactly.
have no balance.
Yeah,
You'd be
probably.
Yeah, that too.
I'm probably talking shit. But the pinkies, I really don't think they do anything.
The pinky is the one that holds you down. I swear to God.
You don't have the pinky, you just fly away.
Without a pinky toe, bro, you're in space.
You try to stand up. Whoa! Oh
Son of a
no!
bitch.
Oh no!
Is it still
son of
recording
a bitch.
audio?
Yeah, it's still recording audio.
We've lost our videos.
Yeah, just
guys.
so our or video listeners are aware, our audio's still running, but we just lost our video.
We lost a little bit
Unfortunately,
of the video.
it's all the executive producer's fault.
It's that battery life. You know, I saw a funny story recently. Some lady got in hot water. It was a nurse. Because she was taking care of a patient.
Wait,
and
did she like literally got in hot water? Or
No,
like,
no.
figuratively got
they
in hot
dropped
water.
her in boiling water like a fucking Batman villain. Like, if you want the nurse alive,
She got in hot water. I was like, wait, are you figuratively or are you talking about literally?
no metaphorical hot water.
Yeah, metaphorical hot water.
So she was trying to save a patient. I guess the patient ended up passing away. So she took the action.
All right.
And we're back. Omar was just talking about having sex with dead body. No, I'm just joking.
Oh my God.
What were you saying though about
Jesus Christ.
you were telling me about the
I get up
lady?
for 3 seconds and this is what happens.
I was trying to come up with like a hypothetical question, but I don't think under any circumstances we'd have sex with a dead body.
No.
The finest girl you've ever. No, you
No,
can't.
no,
Have-
no.
No, wait, no. So
Freshly dead. she got suffocated.
The juices are still there.
Yeah,
The
so
juices are still
she looks
running.
normal. Yeah, she looks normal. It hasn't set in yet.
Never-
Rigor mortis. and all that.
not at all. I don't even want to be in the same room with a dead body. I
That is
think
fucking
open
crazy.
casket is wrong and disgusting.
Wrong and
I
disgusting.
legitimately do. I think anybody who does it, like, why the fuck would you want to see your
I'm
dead
with you,
family
bro.
member?
It is very
like,
dark.
All
It is
pale and fuck. Like, it's sick to me. It's such a stupid, like, it's such a human thing to think about. Like, I want to see them, like, even though they're already
don't.
dead.
That's
like,
true.
It's like an
Preserve 'em,
overly
preserve 'em.
emotional. Like, no, they're gone. That's just a body. Like,
don't
we
wanna
don't want to
see
see it. It's
I don't wanna
not
see-
them.
You know what makes it even worse is that people will do that and then have a ceremony afterwards, and the body is still exposed.
It is.
Like y'all are like crying and dancing. And talking
yeah,
about
everyone's
That thing's gonna be
chatting.
smelling, bro.
that motherfucker gone.
Everyone's just catching up, and the fucking body is still there, and they gotta preserve that shit for days. Like I went to funerals, and like it was my grandma's funeral. I kissed her on the forehead, and they're cold, they're pale. Like that person is
Dry.
dead.
No Vaseline.
I would prefer. I mean, the fact that the person's in the room, I think, isn't so bad. But I think we should close the casket. You could do it through the
100%.
casket. Like you
Yeah.
could
Close
remember
casket.
your own image of that person. You know what I mean? You don't need to see their dead body in a casket as your last like real visual memory of
Yeah,
them.
that
I
fucks up
100%
dark, dude.
agree, Omar.
That fucks up all my like all the good memories I had of you. Now I just see you like laying there in a stupid ass suit. And I'm like, damn.
You might not even like it.
Stupid ass suit. All right, so would you rather be cremated or buried?
Cremated me. Cremate me.
Cremated.
Cremate you?
Cremated me.
Cremate you and then
And
do
spread
do
my ashes at Minute Maid Park.
Minute Maid Park?
Right there. Put it at the Astros home plate.
I was like, what the fuck is Minute Maid Park? I know it's here. I
Yeah.
forgot what
It's
the
where the
fuck.
Astros play.
I forgot what it looks like.
It used to be Enron Field before Enron was like a huge. For those who don't know, Enron was a huge oil and gas company
And fucking died.
in Houston, and
assholes.
it turns out they were fucking basically just stealing a bunch of money from people in various ways and running all these kinds of fucking schemes and bullshit accounting practices and just stealing pretty much.
Not
and,
surprised.
And one of the founders shot himself in the head. Another guy shot himself in the head, and people went to jail.
Evil motherfuckers, man.
Yeah.
Evil.
And it was a big
motherfuckers.
company in Houston. They owned a lot of real estate here. They had a lot of buildings.
That's wild.
They own that whole fucking field, which is now Minute Maid Park in Houston.
Yeah, I love that they just like this is gone now.
Yeah,
It belongs to Minute Maid, not Enron.
Minute Maid.
We'll cop it. We'll buy it. Don't worry.
They
we sell
pretend-
a lot of
Like,
lemonade.
it's completely glossed over like it didn't happen. No one even talks about it anymore. It's like it didn't even happen.
I never even
we don't
realized.
talk about a lot of things.
Bro, that's a lot. Like, that's a lot of lemonade you have to sell to get to that point.
Well, they're selling. I'll tell you what. Those watermelon juices in the cartons are. Oh, that's Dole.
No, Minute Maid's owned by Coke.
Oh, well, they're absolutely
They're
killing
set,
it.
man.
Dude,
That makes sense.
I saw this like video on this village. I believe it's in India where they're huge fans of Coke, like Coca-Cola. Like there's Coca-Cola stands everywhere. There's so many. There's like actual little like stores, like little bodega spots with strictly Coca-Cola products.
Wow.
And it's very hard to find water in this village, and it's extremely easy to find Coke. And Coca-Cola is way cheaper than water in this village. Like people there's Coca-Cola stuff everywhere. Like the seats at restaurants are Coca-Cola. They wear like Coca-Cola shirts. They fucking love Coca-Cola.
That is so fucking weird.
In this third world country.
It's interesting that you mentioned that because like it's really similar in like Mexico and a lot of Latin American countries. Like you notice that a lot of people from there or people who live there, they all drink soda.
Yeah, it's cheaper. Yeah, I've
It's
read a lot of
cheaper,
places
and it's
water
more
is
readily
expensive.
available than water. Exactly, water's more expensive and it's
So
harder to
fucked
come by. It's so fucked up.
Yeah.
So does Coca-Cola like have a factory there?
They have
Or do
factories
anything
everywhere.
there?
Yeah, they have
Okay,
factories.
that
They have a
makes
lot of factories in Mexico.
So
They
it's
have-
funding their lives and shit like that. They're
Yeah.
like, so Coca-Cola is like a god to them.
Cause you think about it, it's
Kind
fairly
of.
They
fairly
pray
easy
to
to
a big
make.
can.
Also, like, I mean, I think like a lot of water companies, like out of the goodness of their heart, and like the government is kind of the people that needs to provide water for their people. Unless you're just going and buying it from another fucked up company, you know?
I got you.
So if the government isn't really taking care of that, you're just gonna kind of have to figure it out.
I got you.
You know what I mean?
Damn, that's fucking wild.
Yeah, like public water isn't that easy to find.
Are
Yeah,
all
they-
these people
they-
in shape? Like, are they all safe? Do they
I
look
think it
okay?
depends on the place. Like in Mexico, I think they're starting the rate of like obesity and shit is starting to go up very high.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
people are starting to get fat and shit, just like fucking here.
Because now
But-
they're passing it down to like their kids and shit.
Exactly. The
Yeah.
diseases get passed down. All the heart disease, which is the number one killer.
First
and
thing
shit
you
like
get
that.
out of the womb, you get breast milk and you get a shot of Coke.
Yeah, a shot of Coke, no water.
A shot of Coke, no water.
But you know, in
water
India,
for bitches.
Water's for bitches. We don't
in
need that.
India, I would think they're skinnier. Like I don't really see that many fat Indian people, just because I think it's because their diet. They eat a shitload of vegetables and they don't eat really much meat. And it's harder to come by meat over there. It's more expensive. Even like chicken and shit like that, it's just harder to come by because it's more expensive. There's so many people that it's harder to come by, from what I've heard.
Yeah.
Like I had a buddy who went over there, and I was 19. He was 19. He went over there and like he told me about it. He went by himself. And
terrifying.
Right? Isn't that terrifying? And he was saying like there's people like he said it's unmatched levels of poverty. Like there's people like shitting in the street and like wiping their ass with their hand and using
my
their t-shirt and like people just like in the I think it's like Ganges River just shitting in the river and fucking like it's so bad. Like the levels of poverty, it's like unimaginable.
And he went there
Yeah, he went there
for like just for funsies?
for his
or,
own like that's where he really wanted to go to like because he's like a super spiritual type
Oh,
dude.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
It sucks, man, but I wouldn't want to walk around the villages. Like,
I feel
for
so
one,
weird.
that's fun. That's dark, you know.
Yeah, dude. Let
Like,
me stay at
you're
the
gonna see some
fucking
cushy resort,
Hilton,
dude.
Taj Mahal Hilton, bro. Let me stay at
I
the Taj
better have a
Mahal
robe.
Hilton.
Yeah, they got
I
48
want a robe
pools.
and I want a little Indian boy bringing me fucking curry and chicken masala.
Chicken
God.
masala
Yeah.
right
You know
now.
what? That sounds like a vacation to me.
Yeah, some chicken tikka masala.
Don't sound like a bad vacation.
Our next episode, we're going to fucking India. Nah, I'm just joking.
Catch us in India. Yeah,
We're gonna do this in India.
We're gonna do it
Multicultural
live
Misfits.
from India.
on the road. We're
Wouldn't
going
that
on
be
the
an
road.
experience
They're
though?
gonna be like, damn, y'all are gods. What is all this shit y'all have with y'all?
Right, all this technology.
Get them out, start fucking interviewing people on the street. They'd hate us. we'd be Logan Pauls.
Oh my god.
There's a video of Logan because Logan Paul, what they were talking about earlier with the suicide forest, he got in trouble because there's a forest in Japan where a lot of people go to kill themselves. A lot of
Yeah.
people in Japan kill themselves. They're very honorable and yada yada. And he was recording a dead body. And I think in that same trip he went to like other places in Japan, and I think I heard it on a different podcast, and someone else was talking about it, and he was being a dick.
He was
right?
being an asshole.
Like he was throwing Pokeballs at people.
Yes.
Like Asian people.
Yes.
he was like pushing stuff over in stores.
That's
Like I'm sure he
horrible.
paid for it, but like that's someone's store, bro. Like you're pushing over their products and stuff, making him look like an asshole. Like he was doing stuff like that, and, like fucking with people in the street, like in an asshole way.
And the whole time he had a Pikachu hat on.
What a dick!
He went to Japan. It was Japan, right?
It's
It was
Japan.
Japan.
I feel like if he went to China and did that, they wouldn't stand
would've
for that
fucked him
shit.
up.
They would fucking kill him, bro.
They'd have been stomping on his shit.
He would disappear.
Yeah, he would disappear.
A bunch of the workers would grab him and then they'd fucking shut the store down and they'd fucking kill him inside the store.
going to jail, bro.
He would disappear.
Oh my
Take your ass to jail.
See,
Yeah.
that's levels of racism that's like That's just stupid.
You're just bad. Yeah,
Exactly.
That's just dumb.
Just not a good person. Just not being a good person.
A piece of shit.
Yeah.
A good old piece of shit.
There's a lot of good old pieces of shit, man.
That's what'll get you famous, maybe.
Yeah, unfortunately, I mean that's I think the trend, right? Is
Dude,
like
that bad Bobby girl that fucking Catch Me Outside.
oh from
haven't heard from her in a
Dr.
long
Phil.
time.
He said he regrets that so much.
Oh, dude, I
He probably
bet.
does now.
Yeah.
But at the moment, he didn't regret it because that was like. That
Well, at the
was popular.
moment, for sure, but like he went on Joe Rogan a few years ago and he was saying like that's he said in my career that's probably one of the things I regret the most.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Because she is
Fuck Dr.
rich,
Phil.
rich now, like real rich.
Yeah, she's real money.
Real
like,
money.
OnlyFans, like.
And she did not learn her
Oh
lesson
my
at all.
god, that's right. That OnlyFans dude, I think it was like a record or something. Within like a day or some shit,
It
she
was
made like
either
$1
her-
million or $2 million, like a
That's
lot of money.
insane.
A
What's
lot
the
of
other,
money.
What's the other white girl that was Bella
Thorne.
Thorne.
Oh,
Thorne
Bella
did it.
yeah.
from Shake It Up
She set
with
a record.
Zendaya.
She set a record and then she set another record for the most refunds like the next day.
Yeah,
Whoa.
everyone was pissed because I think she said she was going to be nude and she wasn't
She
nude
wasn't
and
nude.
this and that and like she made it really expensive and
Why
all
would they
this
pay
shit.
for that? Just
I
fucking
don't-
there's
she's not even that fine. to me.
millions of different girls online from like other countries and shit. There's fucking so much porn. Just
True.
like
I'm not.
You
now
know,
that you
who gives
were
a
asking
shit?
This question: do you guys have a fascination with like any like when, did y'all watch Disney Channel growing up?
yeah, I did.
Are there like any girls that you see them now that was like on Disney Channel when you were younger that you're like, man, I would give her the business.
Selena
Like
Gomez.
now?
Selena
Yes, I was going to say
Selena Gomez.
Selena Gomez and Demi Lovato.
Zendaya.
And not Disney Channel, but Nickelodeon. Victoria Justice I thought was pretty hot.
You know
I
what?
always thought
Jade.
Jade was
Jade is
pretty
super
hot
hot.
Killing
too.
it. Jade
Nah,
is
Jeanette
killing it.
McCurdy from iCarly.
Sam?
Really?
I always
Yeah.
thought she was so
I
She's
thought
just a
fun.
little
she was-
chipmunky, but she got a nice
I
little
thought
body.
She was
I
so
thought she was
fun.
cute.
I thought she was the shit. And then Hannah Montana's friend.
You like her
Always
too?
do it. Those girls
What's
always
her-
do it
what's
for
her friend's
Emily
name?
Emily
Emily
Osment.
Osment.
I don't know her. I forgot her name of the show.
Shit, probably Emily.
Hannah Montana used to go hard. What the fuck was it? Missy? I don't know. I don't
Man,
fucking know. That's wrong. That's not right. Susie Crabgrass was fine.
Susie Crabgrass was fine.
Who
She
else
took
was
the
fine?
glasses off. she
Carmen
got
was fine, but that wasn't really a kid show. From George Lopez.
Oh yeah. Shit. The cousin was fine.
Veronica.
Veronica.
Fine as hell. The mom was fine. Everyone was
Isn't it funny how we remember shit
Benny
like
was
this?
fine.
Benny was fine. Shout out to Benny.
Fucking
Yeah,
his grandma. It's weird how we remember stuff like this, but sometimes like I have important shit to remember and I can't remember.
I
You
hate
don't
that.
care about it.
Bro, the Drake and Josh theme song, till the day I die, I'll remember that. Till the day I die, I will
know that
remember
forever.
You know what I mean? Like shit like that, I will never ever forget. For some
I remember
reason.
a lot of those moments. I remember the last episode of Zoe 101 by heart.
It's
When you
funny.
ask me to do shit for work, I don't know what. I
It's
don't know.
funny that you mentioned
miss
Drake
those
and
shows.
Josh. I mean, I think I told you guys before, but of course I haven't told the wonderful audience. I actually met the dude, Josh Peck, before in a mall in Los Angeles. Yeah.
That's right.
He was super cool, really nice dude. He smelled amazing. He must have had on like a $300 cologne because the guy smelled fantastic.
Was he a big boy at the time, or he was like?
No, he was pretty. He was pretty like lean and muscular. Like he was like
Oh, okay.
lean. Yeah, pretty lean and muscular.
So this is recent.
This
recent
was
days.
like 7 or 8 years ago.
Yeah, I think
Boy.
even since the Vine days, he's been pretty fit.
He's been pretty fit.
I think even at the end of Drake and Josh, he was
Oh
fit.
yeah, he was fit.
Yeah, he had
I
gotten
remember that was
fit.
a big deal when he lost all that weight.
Yeah.
It used to make me so mad that the bitches would love Drake in the show, and I'm like, this guy.
I always thought he has
He's
no
not good looking.
He has no. He's not that interesting. First of all,
He looks
that
like
was the
he looks like a 30-year-old, 18-year-old. It doesn't make any
Exactly.
sense.
That was the point of the show. They show you that personality matters.
But he had a bad personality.
Yeah.
in the show.
But
he
he
was
was
just,
girls
he was
look
like
like cool guy.
selfish too.
Yeah, he was an
fucking
asshole.
But that's why every
He would just
episode-
play. He would play the guitar, and they'd be like, "I like him."
Oh my god, he plays a guitar. Oh my god.
But every
It's gonna
episode-
take some time to realize.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Another girl that was fine, Josh's girlfriend by the end of that show.
Mindy.
Mindy.
Yeah,
Mindy.
Mindy.
I
Remember
thought
when they
Mindy
took her
was
to
so
court
fun.
in that episode?
Yes.
I don't remember.
And she had a little jacket on.
Yeah,
She was so fine.
It was really good. But yeah, she
So
was fine.
fine.
She was fine. Dude, the other day I was watching a show and I saw a girl and I was like, oh, this girl's really fine. And like the whole time I was like, this person looks familiar. This person looks familiar. And I think it was fucking Mindy. And I don't remember what the show was. I'm going to go look through her like,
her IMDb.
her portfolio, what the fuck she's been in. But I'm pretty
Portfolio.
fucking sure it was Mindy.
I have an even better question for you guys. Out of cartoon TV moms, who's the finest?
Cartoon TV moms.
Every cartoon, whether it's like
Oh.
Family Guy, South Park, anything.
Francine.
Actually, I don't count South Park because they're just
Francine.
square.
Francine from American Dad.
Yeah, Francine's pretty
I'll
hot from
smash on
American Dad.
The
Francine.
mom from Dexter's Laboratory.
Oh.
She had that thing on.
She's
She was
dummy
built.
thick,
She was
yeah.
built right. Yeah,
She
she's
was built
thick.
great. She had this waist.
A little,
Waist was like
a little thin.
When they would
waist.
walk on their heels, like
Her
they would
waist
have that
was like,
noise.
Her waist was like this, and her ass was like this.
That dad was killing it.
That dad was.
That dad had a super genius son and a fine ass
one
wife
of the finest wives in the world.
and a dumbass daughter.
He had a whole laboratory in the house.
What about Lois Griffin?
Lois Griffin is pretty fun.
I just don't like the triangle nose. Or
I'm more of a Bonnie guy.
The sandwich.
I was about to say that.
Nose.
I'm more of a Bonnie guy.
I'm a Bonnie guy.
So you like brunettes?
I like brunettes, and I like. You know what I like? I
Bonnie's
like a
voice.
raspy voice.
Yeah, I'm about to
I
say
like a
raspy
Jennifer
voice does it
Tilly
for me.
voice. I'm a big fan
Jennifer
of
Tilly?
that. The Bride of Chucky.
Oh, okay.
He sounds like. Yeah, I like a good baby voice.
I like a good raspy voice.
Have any non-human cartoon characters ever attracted you?
What do you mean?
Like
Oh,
an
like
animal, like Nala or
legitimately
something like that.
non-human?
Yeah, like Nala.
Just
like-
fucking Lola Bunny, Lola Rabbit. What the fuck her name is from Space Jam?
She's fine, yeah.
that's pretty
The
cool.
hot one.
They
That's
fucked
it.
her over this new one. They did her.
They made her skinny.
They made her a normal looking like.
They're trying to
30-year-old.
desexualize.
I wanted
Leave
a
her
sexy bunny.
sexualized.
I know sex sells. Come on, people.
Sexualize Bugs Bunny more. I don't care. Make him buffer. I don't.
Make him buffer.
If you
whatever
want,
you like.
yeah, do whatever you like. Just keep her around.
Non-human. I think there was a dog on one Family Guy episode.
That was a dog.
She was
A fine ass dog.
That was a
kinda-
dog.
She was kind of hot.
On
I
a
was
Family
going
Guy
for it.
episode?
Yeah.
Was it one of
It was
Brian's
Drew
girlfriend?
Barrymore. She was doing the voice for it.
Oh, they had another talking dog.
Yeah, it was another talking dog, and
I-
Brian was trying to get with her, and then he lost to a racing dog, and they. And you have to watch them breed.
Oh
I have seen that
yeah.
episode. I don't remember what she looked
All right,
like.
so Omar, what's your non-human cartoon crush?
I think if I have a better one, because I don't want to be known as a guy.
Or
that
Jessica
likes a
Rabbit
dog.
from fucking Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Oh,
She was a
yeah, she
human.
is fine.
No, she wasn't.
She's a
Jessica
rabbit,
Rabbit?
isn't she?
Well, she was.
She was a human.
You sure?
Yeah.
Actually, I think she was.
She had a whole dress on.
Yeah, yes.
Was she a rabbit human though? Did
I
she
think
have
she's a
ears?
rabbit human.
Did she
No,
have
she was a
ears?
human.
She was a
I can't
human
fucking
human?
remember.
Big human. Had a vagina.
She didn't. She was. Yeah, she was a big human. She was a big. But I would say.
Vagina's a deal breaker, right?
Vagina's a deal breaker.
Gotta have one.
Gotta have one.
Gotta have just
Can't
one.
be human without it.
You got two or
three.
Can't be human without it.
I'd say Nala or the fish from Shark Tales.
Ooh.
The hot fish from Shark
That's
Tales.
two good picks right there.
I don't remember Shark Tales, but I remember Nala.
It's Will Smith. He's a fish. He's working
Yeah.
at a car wash where they clean
Robert De
whales.
Niro's one of the fucking. I remember that.
Oh yeah, they're they're the mafia sharks. That's a good movie.
I forgot about that. They're sitting in the restaurant.
Yeah, but
They're
it's like
in
some
chairs.
it's like some celebrity model fish in the movie. It's trying to get the main character's attention. Blah blah.
Oh,
blah. It's
man. That's hilarious.
look up hot fish from Shark Tales. You'll
Hot fish from Shark
that'll
Tales.
be the first thing that comes up. One time on Tinder, I told the girl that she looks like the hot fish off Shark
Oh,
Tales.
she did not take that well.
No, she didn't.
She did not take that well.
No, she did not. She didn't know what I was talking about at first, and I sent her a picture, and she still wasn't happy.
Just fucking immediately blocks your ass.
She's like, a fish?
a fish.
Those are one of the jokes.
I
that,
look like a fucking fish.
I have that joke in my head to like
She
say to
did.
people all the time, but then like once they don't understand the reference and have to explain, I'm like, oh, I should have never said it.
Explain the reference to anything
never said
and
it.
never goes through. Like if someone doesn't know something, you just gotta drop it. Like I don't think you should go through and explain it because then they're just like, oh okay,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
once I
'Cause
have to-
they don't know it, and then like you build it up and you can try and show it to them. You're like, it's gonna be this cool fucking thing, and then you show it to them, and they're just like, okay, like
They
they
don't
just watch
get
the
it.
video and it's just not there for them.
I realize it's lame when I'm Google searching the image and I have to save it, and I'm like, oh no, this is not going to go well.
This is not
This
not-
never goes well.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not gonna go how I thought it would.
Google searching an image and
hilarious.
sending it to somebody. Like, oh my gosh. Yeah, but that's the type of shit I like to do. Like, sometimes I do stuff like that, and I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have done that.
But it also depends on the person.
But
Like,
sometimes,
some like people, if they really like talking to you and like communicating with people, they
Yeah.
make the effort to want to know what you're interested in.
Yeah.
So then they'll like look it up or they'll like watch a video about it or something to like see. You know what I mean?
And if they
Yeah.
go for it, even more respect for them.
depends on the person. Those are the funny people.
I'll like you even more if you understand the joke.
Yeah, they're like, oh.
or like I always hate like back when I was single and I used to talk to girls and I'd be like I would give them like songs to listen to, but you should listen to this song. Like I really like it's one of my favorite songs. And then we would just continue the conversation. They would never listen to the song. I fucking hated
that's
that.
kinda
dude.
listen to it now, bitch.
I hate that. I despise that.
You know what I hate? I hate someone who's like, I used to have.
I'm trying to
like,
culture you.
I'm trying to help you out. This isn't for me.
Yeah.
This is for you.
So you don't listen to just a fucking radio.
I would have a chick like, what movie should I watch tonight? And I would tell her a good movie, and she wouldn't watch the movie. And I keep telling her to watch a movie. She wouldn't watch a movie. She watched something else. And then like a week later, she asked me the same question. I'm like, I'm telling you what
keep
to do, and you're not listening. You're just asking yourself this question is what you're doing.
You're asking yourself this
You
question.
keep contributing and you keep turning me down.
You
So
keep
what do you want
turning-
me to do?
You're just watching what you want to watch. So why are you asking me?
That is fucking-
I
Exactly.
hate trying to put someone onto something I know. And you know what I hate? I hate putting someone onto something or trying and they won't accept it. And then I see them again years later and they love it. And I'm like, you motherfucker.
That
Like anime,
pisses
dude.
me
I used to try
off,
to get
dude.
one of my ex-girlfriends into anime hard back in high school. Never took it. And she ended up loving it. Now everyone fucking loves anime. But like it's shit like that I would try to put someone like a movie or like an artist or something like that.
Yeah.
And then like I talk to them later and they fucking know about it. I'm like, hey, you
It
bitch.
turns out you were actually right. I actually do like this. Well,
Yeah.
you
And-
dumb bitch.
Or they're trying to tell you about it. I'm like, bitch, I told you about it.
Exactly.
in
And,
like 2017.
and people aren't willing to admit that either they didn't like it or something else. But like, I feel like I'm pretty like straightforward. I'll be like, okay, I liked it, but I didn't give it a fair enough like look. Like I really have
Yeah.
to go and do it again to be able to see if I really
I
like
can tell somebody I
listening
don't like
to
shit.
this.
I can tell them I don't like it, and I can tell them specifically why I don't.
But
like
most people have a difficult problem doing that.
Oh,
They're just like, oh, I'll do it later or some
it.
shit.
I'll be blank with you. I'm like, bro, I didn't like this shit. That fucking character was whack. I don't like how they wrote that shit. And I'll just move on my day.
Yeah, you gotta have reasons.
I have my reasons. I don't like somebody that's like, you send them a song, right? And they're like, I didn't like the song. I'm like,
Why not?
Explain
Or-
why you don't like this
or
song.
the
it's
type
a
of person,
conversation. We should
Yeah.
break this down. Like, they're just like, no, I just didn't like it. I'm like, all right.
or the type of person that like let the cover art like fool them, like they judge the book by its cover. You know what I mean? Like that
Yeah.
type of shit. Like, oh, the movie looks weird, or like the movie looks like I wouldn't be into it. I don't
Yeah,
like
that's-
action or something like that. And
Well,
then I'm
that's
like,
the point.
yeah, but like watch it. Like trust me, you might like it. I'm recommending this to you for a reason. You know,
Exactly.
I'm not
Exactly,
recommending this
man.
to you.
And if it looked like something you would watch, you would have watched it already.
Exactly.
Yeah, a lot of people have a problem getting into things that they're not used to. I love that shit, dude. I love
Exactly,
watching
dude.
something
I
that
like-
I'm not into.
I like something that's completely like coming out of left field. Like
Or that's not made for me at all.
exactly
Yeah.
like if you guys seen the movie Parasite, the Korean movie.
That was not made for me at all.
It's
No, but it's great.
fantastic movie. You guys, everybody should watch it. Visitors, listeners, you should.
Visitors.
Visitors, listeners, guests, you should watch Parasite, please. It's an Academy Award winning film,
and it has subtitles.
It
and it
doesn't-
has subtitles.
I ended up in there on accident. I went on a date with a chick, and I didn't know Parasite was Vietnamese. And we showed up
Korean.
in there, a Korean, excuse me.
Uncultured. He's uncultured too.
A Chinese. I didn't know it was Taiwanese. And I didn't know it was Korean.
He's gonna be apologizing like John Cena in Mandarin.
Wait, what did he do?
Wait.
John Cena was apologizing to the Chinese. What did he do?
He had recognized Taiwan as a country, and China does not recognize Taiwan as a country. So he apologized to China in full Mandarin because he knows Mandarin.
That is fucked.
Oh, he knows Mandarin.
Yeah, apparently
Okay,
he
I thought he
does.
was reading it off like a phone or something.
No,
No,
he-
he was speaking Mandarin.
No, I think he was like speaking it.
That asshole
what a guy.
caved, bro. What about the Taiwanese people that like him? They were like, "Oh, fuck you."
bro.
You got to appeal to
man,
China. That's where most of your movie is getting its
Exactly.
revenue from.
especially for Fast and the Furious, bro.
Yep.
They love that shit. That's the most American movie you can watch.
Oh, they do, yeah.
They
Yeah, there's a
love
lot
that
of movies. Action movies, they love action movies, bro.
And those movies are better because, like, a comic book movie, sometimes they get outlawed over there.
Yeah.
because they have
You
like,
think
ghosts and shit.
you think they want American dramas? Hell no.
No, they want
They want
action.
They want
Americans,
American
like, big
action.
ass fast cars.
They want swole Americans
Exactly.
wearing capes and fast cars, beating
Yeah.
people up, stealing shit.
Do you
just
remember
being evil?
just cool CGI?
Just doing bad shit.
They want Matt Damon on there, just running around, jumping off cliffs. There was a movie that came out recently, not recently, like maybe 2017 or so, and it was called The Great Wall, and it was Matt Damon.
I remember he was the only white guy in there.
It looked absolutely horrible. In the movie, they're fighting these things that look like giant frogs or something,
Yeah.
and they're coming out of the Great Wall of China, and they're
Yes.
fighting them with like cannons. And it's Matt Damon in there, and it looks like a very big budget movie, but it looks like absolute shit.
Yes.
And it tanked here, but it killed over
It
there.
killed because he was the only white guy in it.
It's like one
Yeah.
of those movies that's made like low-key. It was probably made just for like
Oh, for sure.
international audiences.
I guess we'll put it out in America,
Right.
but,
I guess. Let's see what we can rake in. But the Chinese, they're gonna be the
The
ones that love
Chinese want
this.
to fuck with it heavy.
Yeah, man. Hopefully the Chinese listen to this podcast.
I hope y'all fuck with me heavy.
Because we're tuning out now, guys.
Bye,
Bye,
Chinese.
guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye, everybody.